be truth lah, sebenarnya tak berapa tepat lah. Anda kena buat satu-satu So, anda buat ke tak buat, saya tak pasti. Tapi saya harap anda dapat buat lah. So, apa yang dimaksudkan sebentar tadi adalah you need to test the differences test the differences between two groups two groups which is identified as male and female, and then you need to test it using the DV. So in this case our DV will be depression and also anxiety. Okay, so anda dah buat analisis, tapi kalau anda tak buat hipotesis ni tak betul saya ulang lagi sekali. Hypothesis ni need to be perform like what I did lah. Okay, kena ada step 1, kena ada alpha kamu berapa? Sampai 05. Kemudian kena ada run and report, you need to report. Okay, kemudian kita akan ada apa? Kita akan ada decision, and then we can have the conclusions. Okay, so the step 1. What is the step 1? Your null What is your null, ladies and gentlemen? There is no significant difference of the depression score between male and female. Okay, that is a good one. And then we have the alternative. What is our alternative? There is a significant difference between male and female with regard to the depression score. Okay, that is the null and alternative. Okay, selesai. Kemudian kita akan run and report. You need to report your t-stat. Okay, and then after that you need to report your p-value. So this is the crucial part lah. Anda akan buat analisis Okay, for the decision also, if P less than alpha, this P is actually dalam SIG lah. SIG dot, this is your P value. Ataupun kita namakan dia sebagai P value, is less than alpha. Therefore, you need to reject. Reject what? Null And then if the P, which is your SIG, if you find it out that it is more than alpha, therefore, you fail to reject. Fail to reject what? Null And then you are going to make a conclusion. What is your conclusion? You have two conclusions. If you reject the null, your conclusion will be there is different. There is different. So even if otherwise fail to reject, then you need to say that there is no different. So that is the idea. Okay, so let us analyze the data together. So the first one, you have to navigate your cursor into analyze, compare mean, independent sample t-test. And then you need to click the reset button over there. And then you can just go to the display variable name, followed by the depression. Okay, and then after that, you insert the A1. A1 is my gender. So you need to specify the group is 1 and 2, followed by continue. And then you can paste it. Okay, the reason that I'm pasting it is because I want to generate the syntax. So the syntax is made available. So I have here is stress, depression, and in fact, if I want to do another one, I can also just copy it and then paste it down there, and then change it into anxiety. As simple as that. And then I can rerun everything, just follow it through. Then it will produce something like this. So I got the stress already. So this one is depressions. So the depression indicate that the value is 0.541. 0.541, and then the p-value will be, what is the p-value? This one is more than alpha, therefore we need to choose the first row, and this is our alpha, 0.594, 0.594. So we are going to make a decision based on this. So what is your decision then? You want to reject or fail to reject? Which one? You are going to say that fail to reject lah. Kalau you kata reject, salah fail to reject, because this value is 0.5 and then it's actually 0.5 is more than your alpha. Alpha kamu berapa? 0.05. Therefore you fail to reject null, and if you fail to reject null, you are going to make a conclusion like this. You are going to say there is no significant difference of the depression score between male and female. Faham ke? Jangan ada yang tersilap Okay, so what about the anxiety? So if you browse down over there, you can see that the anxiety also indicate the t value. Before that, go to Levin-Test statistical of equality of variance. You can see the SIG is more than alpha, and therefore we need to choose the first row. Inside the first row, this is our t minus 0.0489. Minus 0.048, and then followed by this statistical to tail or p value, which is the 0.962. This one is much more higher than alpha. So what you are going to do in terms of their decision, you are also going to reject the null hypothesis. Fail to reject the null hypothesis, and you are going to make a conclusion. There is no difference. Okay. So now we are going to explore another part, which is we call it as ANOVA. ANOVA is same like the previous one. However, the difference is only the ANOVA need to be performed using more than 3 variables. Okay, so this is the exercise that I request you to do. But now we are going to explore about ANOVA. What is ANOVA? ANOVA stands for analysis of variance. Analysis of variance. So the purpose of using ANOVA is to test the differences, the mean difference between more than 2 groups. Okay, more than 2 groups. In this case, is also called attributes lah. Okay, so we can visualize it as simple as race. Race have more than 2 groups ataupun 2 attributes. So that is the purpose of ANOVA. Looking forward for the mean difference, and the difference as compared to the independent sample test is with regard to the groups, number of groups. Kemudian tuan-tuan dan puan kena jelas bahawa ANOVA require also the use of post hoc. They have a post hoc is the additional analysis. And the purpose of using post hoc is basically to test the inter and intra. What I meant by the inter and intra, for example, you have race, you got Malay, Chinese and Indian. Overall, we want to know the F statistics with regard to the overall groups. Maknanya Malay, Chinese and Indian ada tak beza antara ketiga-tiganya. And then we can also explore whether there is different with regard to these 3 combination. Malay and Chinese, Chinese and Indian, Malay and Indian, Chinese and Indian, Chinese and Malay. So all these things are called inter and intra. Maknanya secara keseluruhan dan di antara kumpulan. So ini dipanggil sebagai analysis of variance using the postman ke post hoc? Post hoc. So for the hypothesis testing, it will become something like this with regard to the statistical nature of the data. So the first step is hypothesis null, and then the another one is hypothesis alternative. So for the null, mu Malay is equal to mu Chinese is equal to mu Indian. So that is the conceptual statistics. Okay. So what about the alternative? Mu Malay is not equal to the mu Chinese is not equal to the mu Indian. So this is the hypothetical conditions that we are going to state if you are using the statistic lah for the ANOVA. Tetapi kalau kita nak buat dia untuk bahasa Melayu, kita akan cakap apa? Bahasa yang boleh dipahami oleh manusia. Therefore, we are going to say something like this. There is no significant apa? Difference of something lah, of your DV between groups. Between groups. So contohnya seperti anda nak tengok kat sini, kita ada race tak? Tengok data kita balik. So inside our data we have the race over here, which is the A2. So that is our focus. So we want to compare whether there is a difference of the stress score between race. So what about the alternative hypothesis? Same also like above, but this one is quite inverse from what we expect, which is there is a significant. There is a significant difference of DV, which is our DV will be stress score between groups. Okay, faham tulisan tu tak berapa faham, tapi bila saya cakap tulis tu faham sendirilah. Itu dipanggil sebagai faham. Faham sendiri. Okay, alpha macam biasa, alpha kita set berapa? 0.05. So what about our third step? We need to run and report. Okay, this one is quite differ because we need to use the F statistics, and then we need to use the P value. And then for the additional one, for your information, we got the post hoc. So the post hoc is to measure between Malay and Indian, Malay and Chinese, Chinese and Indian, and apa lagi? Chinese, Indian, and Chinese and Malay. Dia basically kita akan tengok ke pasangan grup-grup yang berkenaan. Okay, so let us explore the way to do that after this. Okay, decision macam biasa. Less than reject, more than fail to reject. And then last but not least is the conclusion. Okay, mari kita buat sama-sama, boleh? Okay, just navigate your cursor into analyze, compare mean, and then you are going to proceed with the one-way ANOVA. So we got one-way ANOVA, two-way ANOVA, multiple ANOVA, Markova dan lain-lain lah. Tapi yang kita akan belajar untuk you punya standard ni adalah one-way ANOVA. Just click on the one-way ANOVA. Have you clicked that? Okay. And then if you quite confused with your variables, you can right click and then show the variable name followed by the stress score, and then you are going to request for the A2. A2 you just insert into the factor. As simple as that. Kita akan masukkan seperti demikian. I make a repetition. First of all, go to analyze, compare mean, one way ANOVA, and then after that you can right click and then find out your variable name. Our name of the variable should be stress, insert inside the dependent list, and then our A2 will be our factor. After that, go to the post hoc. Okay, post hoc ni kita akan ambil Turkey. So the reason of requesting the Turkey LSD is to see whether there is a difference exists within the groups, intra-group and inter-group. So that's mean Malay, Chinese and Indian in the three groups as combined, what is their performance in terms of the differences, whether there is difference exists or not. And then we are going to compare between the two individual groups, Malay and Chinese, Malay and Indian, Chinese and Indian, Chinese and Malay, something like that. And then followed by the option. Inside the option, as I mentioned to you before, in my beginning part of the lecture of the hypothesis testing, the ANOVA require a special test, name it as testing for homogeneity. Test of homogeneous. Test of homogeneous. So the test of homogeneous can be requested straight away using the statistical function ataupun radio button menu inside here. So we can request descriptive, we can request homogeneity of variance test, and you can also request for the means plot. This one is quite optional lah, depends on your usage. Sometimes you may need it, sometimes you may not need it. Okay, and then you can click the continue and then followed by the paste button down there. After you click that one, everything is done. Okay, so far so good? So far so good. So this one is ANOVA. Okay, let me just this one is what? ADCT part 2. Okay, I made a repetition. I made a repetition. Analyze, compare mean, one way ANOVA. I'm going to reset it first. And then you are going to display variable name, insert your variable which is stress, followed by another one which is your group, and then followed by the post hoc. I request the post hoc as Turkey, followed by the options. I request for descriptive and homogeneity of variance test. So when I click the descriptive over here, it will automatically generate the descriptive statistics with regard to the groups. That means I will get the standard error, the mean, standard deviation, and the 95% confidence intervals and so on are going to be generated by the SPSS. After that, I'm going to click OK or paste. Alright, so after that, I'm going to highlight because I already used the syntax and then run the syntax accordingly. So I got this one. I got Malay 16, Chinese 3, Indian 3. So this is the mean, this is the standard deviation, followed by the standard error and so on and so forth. And then I'm going to see the test for homogeneity of variance. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please look at this because this is quite crucial in terms of making the interpretation. So when you're performing the ANOVA, one of the most critical part is actually make sure the ANOVA is not violated. So to understand whether the ANOVA is violated or not, you need to refer to this table. Okay, I may ask you to do so. Okay, you can see over here, we got the table, and then this table got numbers of table lah kan, basically. The first table is the test for homogeneity of variance, correct or not? So this test of homogeneity of variance, they got some significant value ataupun p-value. So you must make sure that the p-value is actually more than alpha. So that is the rule of thumb lah. That means if you got more than 0.05, that means your ANOVA can be used. ANOVA can be used. In this case, can we use it or not? The answer is yes, because this value is actually more than 0.05. This value also more than 0.05, followed by the other values also is more than 0.05. Any values with regard to the use of the values that you choose can be justified as the homogeneity of variance non-violated conditions. Faham ke tak faham ni? Makna dia nilai ini mesti lebih besar daripada 0.05. Kalau lebih besar daripada 0.05, khalas. Apa dia? Khalas. You boleh pakai lah. Kalau kurang daripada 0.05, for example, if you get something like 0.013, so what you need to do? You need to pause this approach. You need to reuse another alternative path, which is Kruskal-Wallis. If you find out that this value is not meet the assumptions. So how to make sure it is meet or not? Based on this value. Kalau 0.827 ni lebih besar ke kurang daripada alpha? Lebih besar. Therefore, you can use. Kalau less than, you cannot use. Remember that one? Okay, and then we have the F statistics. So this is the F statistics value, or I call it as the F stat. So the F stat is 0.064. And then another one, which is the P value, the adjacent value near the F stats is 0.938. So this value is actually more than or less than alpha? More than. So you want to reject or fail to reject the null hypothesis? Fail to reject the null hypothesis. That is very good answer. Therefore, we are going to make a conclusion. What is your conclusion? There is no statistical significant difference with regard to the stress score among race. Maknanya race semua sama lah. Semua dia punya stress dia sama. So I may ask you to do the same thing, but now using the different variables named as follows. Contohnya saya nak tuan-tuan dan puan cuba buat untuk based on the A4. A4 is what? A4 is the educational status. So please do that now. I give you 1 minute to do that. Dependent variable, which is our stress. So I'm going to highlight the stress level over here and then follow it through. I just copy in and then I'm just going to change that from the A2 until the A4. As simple as that. And then I'm going to reanalyze back. So automatically it's going to be run like this. And of course there are some error with regard to this because the PMR is only one contoh. So that's why they cannot calculate the standard deviation followed by the other matrices also cannot be estimated. However, the test of homogeneity of variance indicates that the value is more than 0.05, therefore it is not violated and we can still use the ANOVA. And remember, this is assume that the stress level is normal. Yang ini saya membayangkan stress level ni normal lah. Walaupun mungkin dalam video yang sebelum ni, kalau ada dia dapati tak normal tu cerita lain lah. Maksudnya anda tak boleh pakai pun. Cuma nak cakap konon-konon dia normal. Therefore, you need to look into the ANOVA. The ANOVA value is actually the F statistics. So 0.276 is the F statistics. What about the P value? The P value is SIG dot is the value. So the value is actually more than or less than alpha? More than alpha. So if it is more than alpha, therefore we are going to make a decision. What kind of decisions that you are going to make? You want to reject or fail to reject? Or you don't want to make anything? Yes, that is a very good question, very good answer from you. So we are going to fail to reject the null hypothesis and making a conclusions that there is no difference. Maksudnya tidak ada perbezaan di antara variables. Bila kata tidak ada perbezaan antara variable, or when we say that there is no significant difference, what does that mean in the other words? Let's say this one kan, kita tengok P value is actually more than alpha and therefore we fail to reject our null. What is our null? Our null is mu PMR is equal to mu SPM is equal to mu degree. Contoh kan? So this one is not similar. This one is not similar. So what is our null just now? The null is like this. There is no significant difference. And this one can be rejected? Cannot be rejected. We fail to reject. We want to reject, but we cannot reject. We want to reject, but we do not have any evidence to reject that one. Therefore, we need to make a conclusion. What is our conclusion? Yes, there is no significant difference of the stress level between educational status. Okay, jelas. Itu adalah cara dia. Senang ke susah? Senang kan? Nampak macam senang. Memang senang pun lah. Okay. So, last but not least is our last approach with regard to the parametric analysis for the differences test is the PET sample. Apa dia? PET samples. To be truth, sebenarnya menggunakan komputer. Okay. So, now we are going to the next one which is the PET sample test. What is the use? Apa kegunaan dia? Macam biasa, test the mean difference. Ingat ya, kita masih lagi menceritakan tentang ujian perbezaan, mencari beza. Test the mean difference of the data before and after. Ataupun saya akan namakan dia sebagai time 1 and time 2. Dengan kata lain, ini adalah lebih mudah saya cakap pre-post. Anda semua dengar tak? Dan tahu tak apa maksud pre-post? Contoh pagi tadi anda angin sebab tak makan kan? Lepas tu anda diberi makan dan rehat. Lepas tu anda bersemangat dan bertenaga. So macam itulah. Maksudnya you have something to do with the time 1 and then followed by the some intervention, INT, and then followed by the follow up lah, which is the time 2. So you are measuring the same thing lah, which is contohlah kat sini saya measure your happiness score. Misalnya kata kan, your happiness score pukul 8 pagi tadi memang macam ni lah kan. Lepas tu dah bagi intervention iaitu BRKFAAST, breakfast. So you punya happiness score saya follow up balik lah. So happiness score you perhaps hypothetically said it will become like this or like this. Kan? Atau masih like this. Kita tak tahulah. Itu yang kita kena buat ujian statistik. Jelas tak jelas asyik belajar je kan. Kadang-kadang kena gurau sikit. Baguslah. Okay, alright. So what is our null? The null will be as follows. The mean of the T1 is equal to the mean of the T2. Maksudnya markah kesukaan anda sama je sebelum dan selepas. Okay, itu adalah null. What about the alternative? Mu T1 is not equal to the mu T2. So this one is directional or non-directional? Non-directional. Okay. Directional ni faham arah arah. Dia menunjukkan mana lebih besar atau kurang daripada lebih daripada. Okay, step number 2 alpha macam biasa. Jumhur ulama kata berapa? 0.05. Okay, kemudian kita ada yang ketiga run and report. Apa yang kita nak report? T statistics T statistics and also the P value. Cuma kelebihan dia akan ada mean difference. Apa dia? Mean difference. Dia akan ada perbezaan mean tu lah antara sebelum dan selepas. Sebab we are going to measure the same people before and after. Contohnya you adalah Ahmad pagi, you juga adalah Ahmad pada waktu petang. So that is the conditions that you need to meet before you can use the PET sample t-test. Because the use of the PET sample is actually the dependent t-test. You are actually measuring the same thing but of course in the different perspective or in the different time frame. And then number 4, decision, sama saja. And then the last one is conclusion, sama sahaja. Okay? Macam mana hipotesis dia? Dah siap? Dah siap saya lah tulis. Awak dah siap tulis? Awak dah siap tengok Faham. Make sure you faham lah Saya tak nak paksa sebab hari ni hujung minggu. Jadi tuan-tuan puan mungkin nak cepat habis. Jadi kita akan assume that you all dah write it up dekat you punya jadual ataupun penulisan lah. Kalau you all nak dapatkan yang lebih komprehensif, you all boleh refer lah. Contoh daripada ILKKM Kuala Pilah ni, saya dah buat macam buku pun ya juga kot. Banyak jugalah saya dah tulis kat sini. Nanti anda boleh tengok lah dekat dalam study ni. You can just go there and then have a look. Because I got numbers of testing, in particularly with the examples given. Cuma saya nak, for the interest of time, saya just speed it up lah. Just tunjukkan the mechanic of how the analysis is being done. Cara dia, go to analyze, compare mean also, and then followed by the PET sample t-test. Semua yang anda punya hypothesis testing for differences ni, ada dekat dalam menu compare mean. Okay, semua dalam tu. So nanti bila buat assignment, ataupun buat case study, yang mana akan comprehend around 10% of your total continuous assessment, make sure you use this one lah, if your data is normal. If your data is normal. Compare mean, go to the PET sample t-test, and then you will insert the variable 1 and 2. However, apa dia? However, data kita ni tidak ada data pre and post. Tidak ada data pre and post. Katakanlah, apa dia? Katakanlah, stres ni adalah data pre dan anxiety ni katakanlah data post. Boleh tak? Boleh awak bayangkan itu? Boleh. This is the example only, hypothetically speaking. Let's say the stress is our pre-test. Let's say, apa dia? Let's say. And then our anxiety is our post-test. Let's say, apa dia? Let's say, contoh. Kemudian kita akan tekan paste ataupun OK. And then you are able to generate the syntax inside your syntax SPSS. This is example only. Example of pre and post. Dalam kurungan dummy. Nanti kan ada orang tutup saya pula. Salah ajar. Ini contoh saja. Ya. Okay. And then after that you can run. Okay. And then you can run, highlight, and then run. After you run, it will become something like this. The stress pre is something like this. The stress post is something like this. So dengan kata lain, you are going to see something with regard to it under down here. Dekat PET sample test. You can see the T value over here. 0.1 berapa tu? 0.132. Dapat Sama? Semua dapat? Semua dapat lah kan? Sebab pakai yang sama punya data. And then what about the p-value? 0.896. So it is more than or less than alpha? More than or less than alpha, ladies and gentlemen? More than alpha, therefore you reject or fail to reject? Fail to reject. So what is your conclusion? There is no significant difference of the pre-test and post-test lah. Macam tu je. Dia punya jawapan bagi you punya PET sample test. So, khalas. Kita telah tamat perjuangan kita memahamkan ujian parametrik. Senang ke susah? Cakap dengan jujur. Senang ke susah? Kalau susah, kita start balik daripada Assalamualaikum. Saya tak kisah, saya tak ada masalah.